If you're planning on moving to Albuquerque this year, this video is going to be something you're going to want to sit down, watch, and take notes on, because there is a couple of things that I'd like you to know on why I definitely would move to Albuquerque here in 2024. You know, there's a ton of reasons why we can sit here and just have a conversation on why you probably should think about moving to Albuquerque here in 2024. And I'm here to tell you that this list that I've made just based off of a couple of things that I feel like you guys should know before you move down here, just so you get a first-hand experience from a local who has lived here for over 20 plus years. And if this is your first time tuning into the Living in Albuquerque channel, guys, welcome. My name is Eli. Do yourself a huge favor and hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom. That way you guys never miss out on any videos, because I am dropping videos every week talking about what Albuquerque and New Mexico has to offer in terms of living here. And as much as I love doing these videos, guys, I gotta remind you that I am a licensed broker here in the state of New Mexico. And as much as I love doing this, I would love to help you out with your real estate needs. So that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. And if you are looking to move down here within the next year or so, I'd love to hop on a quick Zoom call with you guys to talk about all the details and all the different areas that you're gonna wanna consider before you head down to Albuquerque. But let's get into this video, guys. Alright guys, number one up in this list is going to be something that is pretty much a gimme. For a lot of you guys that have been watching these videos, you guys know that I am a big proponent of being on the outdoors. So a lot of people that move here really adopt that outdoor lifestyle or already pretty much practice it. And coming down here, you can spend a lot of time outdoors, mainly year round, even when it does get pretty cold out there, because it's not going to be this intensity of either or as far as like heat and the coldness goes, that you're going to be able to enjoy whatever activities outside. Especially now in the springtime, it does get a little windy from here and there, and the winds are terrible in my personal opinion, just because everybody's allergies start acting up, just because it kicks up everything. But once the winds settle and everything calms down, being outside is going to be such an amazing thing, especially during the nighttime, because it does get a little chilly. But what we like to do is just get our little bonfire going, hang out outside, have ourselves some snacks, and enjoy the evening. And a ton of people do that too. You'll see everybody's backyards are pretty much done up, because those are sacred places for them to kind of come home and relax. Especially if you are living up in the mountains, I can just imagine that going out on a back porch, or even a front porch if you got one, in the nighttime, you're going to be able to hear all these critters, all these animals, and pretty much no road noise. Unlike us who here in the city do get some of that. But even where I live on the west side of town, it does get pretty quiet. We live right next to the freeway, so we can hear the freeway from time to time. But outside of that, it does get pretty quiet. Number two, guys, this one, I feel like New Mexico is known for a lot of its art and a lot of its culture and that kind of stuff. But when the both get combined, you're looking at this amazing community of people who just really support one another. Whether it's silversmithing, you know, we got a ton of that here because of that Native American style jewelry. And man, it just has such a long history here. I've been learning a little bit about it. Not that I'm going to start being a silversmith or anything like that, but I just find that type of work very interesting, and just art in general. And you'll see it everywhere that you go here. There's murals everywhere. I mean, the buildings are painted sometimes some fucking colors, but other than that, guys, I mean, just the people in general, there are pieces of art, and everybody has tattoos, right? So we like to display our art. And again, big supportive community around that. And a couple of big things that we have here is like one of the largest tattoo fiestas that you'll see on this side of the United States. And then also we have international artists that just come in and out of Santa Fe, out of Taos, because of all the nature and beauty that they get to capture and paint. As a local, you start to believe that in Santa Fe, the only thing that they sell is art, especially in Taos. But really, guys, just to bring it back to the whole concept that down here, the art and the culture is going to be super big and super supportive, and a ton of people actually make a livelihood and a living out of their artwork. So depending on the mixed media, guys, you might want to look into it, whether it's oil paintings, you know, regular paintings, drawings. Shoot, if you are a person that works with metal and you just like to make beautiful pieces of art with metal, there's going to be some business here for you guys. Alright guys, number three up on this list. Number three, and it's my favorite topic of all. It's going to be food. Now, when we are talking about food, guys, we are going to have our staples. We are going to have the Mexican, New Mexican, Native American, and just pretty much American food. So pizzas, hamburgers, and stuff like that, right? When people get creative and just clash all these different cultures and bring it together, you get Albuquerque, because we have it all here, especially with as emerging that it is, as far as like a food scene goes down here. You're starting to see a lot more foodies and a lot more influencers just putting these places on the map. And a huge proponent of the community, and I'm sure it's a big proponent of everybody's community, is going to be the coffee space. Now, the coffee shops down here really like to build the vibe, like for you to stay, just because they understand that not everybody's going to go for that after hours drink. And one of these coffee bars actually turns into a bar at the end of the day, and they serve wine and some cocktails. But back to the topic of coffee shops and the vibe, they understand that, hey, during the day, it's going to be the average person's time to go out and hang out, get some work done, or just mingle with some people in a safe place. And a ton of the coffee shops down here do that. You got Sueños, you got Little Bear, you got Castle Coffee, which is an actual old house. And it's pretty cool because it's tucked away in the community. And they even have their own space for you to have like meetings and stuff like that with your team, and they cater it all. So a ton of places like that down here that really click with the community and just really put back into the community. And we also have one of the largest restaurants in the world, El Pinto. It's crazy. Look it up on Google. You guys will thank me later, and you guys will just want to come down to Albuquerque to try that. So when you do come down here, and just to remind you guys, that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. If you're down here in Albuquerque, I'd love to get you to some of these spots here, give you guys all the local flavor, and then also possibly show you some houses. That way we can help you with that move as well. Number 4, well, this is 8, but number 4 is going to be the just like ecosystem for entrepreneurs that we have down here. It's crazy how much people are actually self-employed and are big time entrepreneurs down here in Albuquerque, because not only are they going to have a ton of resources with the city that helps them out as far as getting up and getting going, and they actually have classes for small business owners and startups to get on their feet and get going. And it's crazy because the majority of the time it's going to be free classes, because the city themselves really wants to see a lot of people grow, because a big part of our income comes from that entrepreneurial space. As a city, with the tourism and all that stuff, the restaurants, entrepreneurs have really helped out this city just kind of grow as an essence. But aside from the growing of restaurants and business and all that stuff, just, you know, coming down here for these larger companies, it provides more space. They're going to be able to purchase spaces for a lot less than they would in these major cities, because a lot of the potential down here is untapped. Because, hey, it's New Mexico. We get forgotten about all the time, and I totally understand, not hating against you guys, but just remember that the land of mañana is starting to become the land of opportunity, with SpaceX, Facebook, Amazon, and Sandia Labs, and Los Alamos Labs, and just all these great big entities that keep attracting people to move here. You're seeing more and more expansion happen within the past couple of years, really the last 10 years, that it's providing so much opportunity for these people to go out there and start their own small businesses, which who doesn't love to shop local? All right, guys, number five. Mambo number 5. That was a great song. You guys remember that one? But number 5 opened this list. I love talking about it because it comes down to lifestyle, quality of life, and all that. That is a big conversation on why a lot of people are moving here. Shoot, a lot of people, especially you, if you're watching this, you might be thinking about retiring down here. Or hey, you just want to get away from the big city kind of lifestyle, and you want to move to somewhere that is kind of growing, you know, little by little each year, and still has all the amenities that you would need, but it's a lot more slowed down. You're not looking to keep up with the Joneses, because it's not a thing down here, and a lot of people are starting to recognize that, especially these younger generations. They're getting a lot smarter than my generation, to where we would just accumulate stuff for the sake of having an image. And I was having a conversation with somebody on that, and it's crazy to me how a lot of mindsets are shifting, and he could agree, that said that this kind of day and age, people here within the city are starting to realize that we don't need all this stuff. We don't need this and that. You can pretty much just live below your means and live a pretty good life. And a lot of New Mexicans are starting to realize that, and a lot of people that are moving here are starting to realize how good the quality of life is here, because number one, You can get a job too where you work Monday through Friday. Shoot, you might even work from home like my wife does. And on the weekends, you can have a totally different life that is more kind of catered to what you want to do. So whether it's a side business, or you just want to be a traveler, or you want to go out and enjoy just some adventure on the weekends, going up to the mountains, going up to the petroglyphs, going out to the bosque, whatever you like to do, you can do it without it really interfering with your life. Because for a long time, a lot of these businesses have pushed people into the ground and realized that they burn them out so quick that they don't ever finish out their full ride like they'd hoped to. So another conversation for another day, guys, but the quality of life down here is so basic, it's so easy, and it's so affordable that you are just gonna have a pretty simple life if you choose to. Now, things can get complicated, but I'll leave that up to you guys, and let's get to this next one. All right, guys, last one and bonus one for this video. And I like to talk about this one. I like to talk about a lot of these topics. If you guys haven't taken note, I like to talk about New Mexico and Albuquerque because I've lived in different areas, and I can just tell you that this city alone still has a lot to offer as far as pieces that people are longing for, that, you're just going to have to get down here. Because I can't explain it to you guys. Life just really changes for you when you move down here in a good way, right? All the conversations that I've had with people who I've helped move down here, they're letting us know that their quality of life has changed and they've been able to build a tight-knit community. Now, that is going to be the last one here on this list, and that's it. And it's the tight-knit community that you're able to build here or get inducted to, because people just want to support one another, especially if they have the same ideas and same vibe and same, things that they are working towards and getting accomplished. They really just want to help each other out. Now, you're going to have a bunch of different groups here, right? I didn't even know we had like a swing dancing community here, and, a bunch of other communities that to me, it's wild. Like, it's out there, and people want you to come in and enjoy what they are passionate about, because they understand that you're passionate about it too. So whether you're looking to get into a running club, a fast-paced walking club, a book club, and no offense to you fast-paced walkers, but I don't know if there's a club or not, but I can just imagine that there is a group of people that get together. And another big thing here that I just recently seen that I like to be a part of is the mountain biking community. Like, the mountain biking community gets together every so often. I think it's like every Friday or every other Saturday. Get out and go ride trails. Like, that is freaking cool. Like, anybody and everybody can come, and it's open, right? You just get to become a part of this community that I don't know if you would have had one where you're at. Like, I'm sure that you do, but gosh, I wish I could explain it more to you guys, but it's really just the vibe and the essence of New Mexico and Albuquerque all together when you mix the communities and the people, because it's la mañana. Not everything is on fire, and we understand how precious and valuable time is. And again, guys, if you are planning on moving down here this year or next year or whenever, that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. I'd love to get on a quick Zoom call with you guys to talk about all this, to talk about the communities you're looking to move to, and to talk about all the different areas that Albuquerque and New Mexico has to offer. So if that's you and you want to move down here, hit me up. I'd love to chat with you guys. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my weekend. And you're watching this on Tuesday, so happy belated Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.